Martin Freeman is like perfect casting.
Yeah.
Can't hate on that. You pretty much couldn't do it unless you got Ian McKellen to come back as Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fourth film in our marathon today of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies. Getting into the Hobbit series, The Hobbit: Unexpected Journey. It's part of our 17-hour-long marathon, raising money for the food bank. Yeah, definitely check out that link below and donate some money to some hungry people. Great cause. We really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll everyone who's got their movies ready to watch along with us, we'll hit play in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, play. Cool. Yeah, I've been theming all of my snacks by the films. So we had Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Onion Ring this morning, and then we had the two sours.
Two sours, yeah.
Yeah. And we just had the Return of the Burger King.
The Burger King, yeah.
We've got an unexpected jerky. We've got Jack Link's sweet and hot beef jerky. And also the most unexpected jerky is this smoked salmon maple strip.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
That's interesting. That's an unexpected jerky, I would say. Yeah, so if you're eating along with us, have some jerky.
All right, let's get comfy.
Yeah, I think we all maybe have been a little too old when The Hobbit came out to like it as much as I think maybe younger people might like it.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, they're just not as good.
Yeah. I think of how like the Star Wars prequels are not as good, but it seems like Gen Z people have come around on it and enjoy it. They didn't grow up knowing that they were bad.
Mm-hmm. The prequels, I think people have come around on them because the sequels.
It's so true.
It's like, you know how like every new group of people that like come to America, they're hated and people are racist against them.
Right. Until there's a new group, and then formerly hated people get a hate on the new guys to show that they belong here.
Basically,
that vicious cycle. With some fishy jerky though.
Yeah, fish jerky is always extraordinarily fishy. Salmon is definitely a choice for fishy fish.
That's good. I like it. I'm glad my wife's not home. She does not like fish and does not like the fishy smell going on in here right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this definitely has that Star Wars prequel thing of like we're seeing these big set piece landscapes and villages and towns and things, and it's all just CGI.
Yeah.
We're not going to remember any of it.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. It's so bad. It's like are we just being cranky old guys? Is that really,
a little bit?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to give us the same sense of wonder we had the first time that we were watching Star Wars.
Yeah.
Although I like to think of myself as a more impartial critic because I don't think that I saw Star Wars until I was almost an adult.
Wow.
Like I didn't grow up watching it. Like growing up, like honestly, I think that I saw like multiple parts of New Hope and Empire and fused into one movie in my mind.
Wow.
And then like when I was like maybe 15 or something, like the year before episode 1 came out,
Right.
like I finally got around to watching the trilogy in its entirety. And I was like, oh yeah, this is as good as people talk about.
Oh.
The Arkenstone.
But yeah,
Yeah,
one of the big problems with this movie, and I think that like we alluded to it uh off air, but it should not have been 3 movies long.
Yeah.
Like the Lord of the Rings trilogy was 3 separate books that they turned into 3 movies. The
Yeah.
Hobbit was one short children's adventure book
Yeah.
that was like what, maybe 100, 200 pages.
Yeah, maybe.
It wasn't anywhere near the length of any of the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they turned that into 3 movies, which is extraordinarily overkill.
And you can really feel it. Cause I mean, we'll get to it soon, but like, there's this thing where, I don't know if you guys ever watch any Joe Bob Briggs stuff. Like he used to host Monster Vision on TNT in the 90s.
Oh.
And now he hosts The Last Drive-In on Shudder. But he
Cool.
had a whole thing, like when they would show movies, they like, we can't do our first commercial break until like between 21 and 24 minutes in a movie is kind of where like the inciting incident kind of happens. Once after that scene happens, then you've got the audience, and then you can put a commercial break in and we can come in and talk about the movie.
Uh-huh.
And in this movie, when I was rewatching it last week, like that movie, that moment where it's like, oh, now they're like leaving the village and like doing something, that doesn't happen until 40 minutes into the movie, because they're just
Whoa.
moving slow just to fill up time. I feel like so they got to stretch out the one book into 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of feel that in the pace of things. But I'm going to try to say positive things about this movie as we watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's harder to find those things.
I'm going to comment on stuff as I see it. Because honestly, I have yet to watch any of the Hobbit movies all the way through.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure that I've seen any of Battle of the Five Armies.
Right. Because I only saw the first one in theaters. The girl I was dating at the time was very much a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I went and saw this, and I was not digging it then. Also, it was when it came out, originally came out in not 60 frames per second, but I think that is a film is 28, so like 50, 52 or 56 frames per second or whatever. And that's really, really good. No, I made a lot of weird choices with this movie, which usually weird choices make for a good movie, but they weren't weird choices. They were studio mandated choices. Right? This is not fun. Yeah, because I know we had Dan on earlier. He's a big bad movie guy. I think there's 2 kinds of bad movies. Like one where like you have a director making weird bad choices because he doesn't know any better, and then you have bad movies that are the studios making a bunch of notes of trying to put in junk that's going to help them make the movie more marketable or whatever.
Yes.
To make more money, and then that always feels, it doesn't make for a bad movie that you want to watch.
Right. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes like I've seen people try to imitate like a movie like The Room. They'll try to create like their own version of it. But there's something very difficult to capture about true madness.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
you actually have to be a crazy person to do it.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Like same thing, all like these kind of like weird, obscure movies that are fun to watch, right? It's like, yeah, they're difficult to do on purpose.
Yeah. Because really, it's a madman making something that he thinks is really cool.
Have you ever watched The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension? That to me, that's like a perfect example of like things like that are kind of a miracle, because how did that ever get made?
Yeah, so crazy.
It's so out there, you know, like.
Yeah, because I think that the story behind that was one of the things where it's like the writer director it's a story that he's been working on since he was in middle school.
Right.
And there's like a ton of different characters and stuff, and all these storylines. And they have to compress it into this 2-hour movie.
Mm-hmm. And they were even thinking it like, oh, we might make more of these.
Yeah, the whole universe to expand on. But yeah, I mean, that's really what you have to do for those kind of crazy movies. You really have to have someone with a vision, an insane vision that isn't listening to things like a studio is trying to make you put in extra Easter eggs for another trilogy and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
boys.
I also kind of like that there was this world, right? But it never explains itself.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it is when you're in, like, people aren't constantly explaining, oh yeah, this cup, which clearly has the logo from Taco Bell, one of the most popular restaurants of our time. It's like, why were you talking like that?
Yeah.
But this movie never acknowledges any of that, from the outrageous costume choices to like the everything about him is just preposterous, right? From the band, and that's such a wild movie.
All stuff with the aliens, it's crazy. We should be watching that movie right now.
Yeah, that's right. But the aliens were only able to get through because he was able to do that, like interdimensional travel.
Yeah,
that's how he was able to go through the mountain.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I'm moving between the atoms or something. I forgot exactly how it worked. It was just so crazy.
Yeah, some kind of weird interdimensional thing.
But
the movie's streaming free on Pluto TV. Everyone wants to watch that instead of watching this.
You know what's crazy though? Check this out. This is going to sound like a wacky pairing.
No.
But if you watch The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai and then follow it, hopefully like soon afterwards, if not right afterwards, with The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou,
really,
you will notice a tremendous amount of influences.
Huh.
Yeah, that one is, I was amazed. Somebody paired, I went to like a double header that had like two films, one back to back, and that's what they did. They watched The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, and then you watch this Wes Anderson movie, and there were like a few of them like that, and that one I thought was like, I was like, damn, I did not see that connection until I watched those back to back, and I'm like, the influence is 100% clear. Just like watching what's it called, what's that, not Seven Samurai, what's that one, Kurosawa?
The Hidden Fortress? Or...
No, does he have one, Seven Samurai?
Yeah, Seven Samurai. I think that's what he is.
Yeah,
right?
Am I remembering that movie correct? Yeah,
Seven Samurai.
I think that's my favorite one by him, actually. But if you watch that and then watch The Isle of Dogs,
oh yeah,
it's like, that's the kind of pairings they did, where it's like you can, it made it really cool.
Right, that's cool.
I kind of liked watching the movies like that.
You gotta also do that with Beverly Hills Ninja, the Chris Farley movie.
Okay.
And Lethal Weapon 4. They have a lot of similarities.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna try that one. Because I've actually seen both those movies.
Yeah.
And so this will be I'm gonna go back and watch, but now I have a reason to go back and watch. That's cool. Dude, Chris Farley he was really good.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what.
One of my favorite Simpsons jokes ever is when they're flying to Japan.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Homer's like, I don't like Japanese stuff. And Marge is like, well, you liked Rashomon. He's like, as I recall, I didn't.
What are you saying?
A good one. That's not the way I remember it.
No, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Wasn't the way I remember it. That's right. You need like you have to get like so many smart people together to make a show like The Simpsons. That thing, it's no one person could write that show. It's
So
see
yeah,
this.
I've definitely
Oh, go.
I've definitely fallen into the thing of like anytime I'm having a conversation with my wife and then a Simpsons reference comes up that I make and she doesn't understand, then we have to go and find that episode of The Simpsons to watch so
Yeah,
Nice.
she can get it. But that, I don't tell her that. We just like the next time we watch TV, I just put The Simpsons on and watch it until she gets to that moment, and then she just gives me that look. Oh, that's why you're making me watch.
that's why you're making me watch this. But it's like, look, baby, you and I, this is, I've invested in you. I'm gonna put in the time to make sure you are loaded up on these references. This is, you are worth it, and this is important enough for me to educate you.
So you need to know why it's best to get peas with a knife.
Right.
You know what that means.
I'm just working on our communication skills, baby.
Yeah, you gotta speak the same language.
Right. But it's, you know what? I feel like people need that though in general. It's kind of nice to have a common, like, that's why you need these scholars to read these old poems and kind of tell you what they're about, because these old poems will reference even older pop culture things like, oh, when Palladius was famous during the 1300s, you remember? You remember that, Palladius? It's like deep cut.
Yeah.
The
it's like that Shakespeare. Like with Shakespeare, there's all kinds of weird references in there that we don't get anymore.
Yep. Hey, somebody was telling me it's more than one dude.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
That it was some royal guy. Might have been Jack the Ripper. We don't. I think they're 400 years apart, but
I think that, you know. Yeah. That's a blink of an eye in you know, when you look at the scope of time.
Yeah.
400 years might as well have been yesterday. Dude, I see like that. Hey, that enhanced the viewing experience, what you told me. They're like, you were like, hey, Anthony, buckle up. It's not gonna be anything interesting for a good 40 minutes. So now when nothing's happening and I'm still waiting, like I get it. I'm not like, you know, in being impatient. Like
you're not expecting anything to happen.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the unexpected journey.
Yeah, it's true.
You expect something to happen and then nothing really happens.
The dwarves in this one seem more magical. You know?
Yeah.
Like the way they do this whole cleaning thing, it was like, it was pretty remarkable.
Yeah. So don't really get to see dwarves interacting with dwarves in the original
That's
series.
true. It's just Gimli.
Yeah.
And the dead ones.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. They don't even come on and help. I guess they put in their dues in the Hobbit.
Yeah.
60 years ago. They're like, look, we fought dragons and shit. It's your guys' turn.
All they really wanted was to get back their old place. They got it. Now they don't want to leave.
Yeah, I get it. You know, another night of Grubhub.
Yeah, we're getting that fun thing where it shows off that this is a kids story because the dwarves, this is what, Dwalin and Balin or something.
Oh, that's right.
Have these pairs of rhyming names.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwalin. This does remind me also of the Redwall books. I remember reading those as a kid. I was able to get into those, and I was never able to get into Tolkien.
Huh.
Mhm.
Mostly because it was that thing of like, oh, they're it's easier to relate to mice than just white people. They would have all those descriptions all the time of all the different foods and drinks that they had. I'm like, oh, it's something that really caught your imagination as a child, I think. Hey, Philly and Keely. Yeah, it's another one of those really weird decisions by the studio to like, oh, we need to have all these doors, right? But we need to have two of them look like dudes, like regular people.
Yeah.
They're gonna have, and they need to be the sexy doors, so we can't make them look like weird, bulbous nose, giant mustache, crazy
Right.
people.
Right.
They're not the only sexy dwarves, because they're still the leader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's him and this guy. So you get a couple of sexy doors, and then other people that look like cartoon characters. It's very odd choice.
Yeah, you're right. That was a very odd choice. You have to call the sheriff, man. Home invasion right here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also a bummer that you don't really get any, you don't get to really know all these dwarves. There's like 8 of them, and really you only get to know like the two, like the leader and then his cousin or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
everybody
these
else you have
sexy
to kind of
dwarves.
just guess what they're like based on their appearance.
Yeah.
Like I'm
They
like,
don't even
oh,
get like, yeah, you can tell, well, one's a fat one, so we know what his deal is. And that's
right.
about it.
Yeah, one guy's got a knife embedded in his head
Yeah.
or something, right? Another guy wears a wacky hat. Looks like he's
Yeah.
from another continent or something. It's like, where's that dude from?
A flying nun hat.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks Tibetan.
Wallen, Balin, Biffer, Dory, Nori, Ori. Maybe.
Hickory, Dickory, and Doc.
Yeah. So when you think about like the dwarves and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, at least the names told you what their personality was.
Right,
Their
right.
stuff just from the name.
Yeah, what's Dwalin like? Who knows?
Who knows? Which one is he at? I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah.
He introduced himself 2 minutes ago, and I don't know.
Yeah. Wow, Frodo keeps a lot of food on hand, man.
Yeah.
Good for him.
No, he kept a lot of food on hand.
Yeah.
That was supposed to last him the winter.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna die now. He's gonna starve to
Yeah.
death. Yeah. Wow.
Well, he has to go on an adventure.
Yeah, his dwarves just ruined his life. Oh yeah, there's another one of the normal looking dwarfs.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting in between. Like, why? You're right. It's really throwing me off now. They're clearly not, they don't have any face prosthetics like everybody
Yeah.
else, or
Or if they do, it's extremely subtle.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because one of them falls in love with Evangeline Lilly, so he has to look like Gotta
Yeah,
make him
that's
look like a handsome
right.
dude.
Yeah. Evangeline Lilly. Liv Tyler 2.0.
Yeah.
Dude, another lost connection.
Mhm. Also, to go back to Buckaroo Banzai, one of the guys in his crew is plays Kelvin Inman in Lost. What's his name? The guy from Highlander. Kevin? No. Plays the Kurgan. His name.
Wait, the Kurgan from Highlander?
Yeah. And he also played.
That's Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
He was.
Clancy Brown is one of the dwarves?
No, he's one of Buckaroo Banzai's guys.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, if I was hanging out with this group, I would definitely want to have a bowl or two.
Yeah. You have to.
Yay, now you can wash them all. They ate everything and then they just piled the dishes. And it's like, doesn't that make it all better? See, I think I remember the book. Didn't they wash all the dishes for him too?
I think that's what that was happening in the course of them being thrown around.
Oh, was
They
it?
were
Okay.
getting washed somehow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
That's a good looking map compared to the maps we've seen on Lost.
Oh, yeah.
Bet.
Yeah. See that? Yeah, that guy's got the thing. He's got the face.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm going to see it for like 3 movies now.
I thought you knew that. I thought it would have been obvious. Right?
No, it is obvious, but it's just like I didn't realize that it's really just like, especially that one guy.
Yeah.
That guy right there that's talking. Yeah. Him and the leader are the main. His brother is like almost there, but not. And then everybody else, is like a freaking cartoon.
Yeah. So weird because you see him and you don't even think of them as dwarves. You just think of them like, oh, it's just a guy. And then every once in a while you'll see him stand next to Gandalf and you go, oh, that's right, he's a dwarf. Yeah, I think that's another thing that makes these movies harder to relate to is you don't have a human character like an Aragorn or somebody.
Yeah.
They kind of follow. It's just all these dwarves.
What?
Shout out to Remy Zane for donating to the
Woo!
food bank.
Ramsey.
Yeah. Go check out Remy for all your trivia needs. So if you go to Remy's Trivia Nights, eventually you'll get us a chat in Remy Zanus.
Yeah.
Good one.
Mm.
Yeah, and Gandalf never really has a good reason for wanting to bring Bilbo on this adventure, other than he's just like, oh, that's right. So a friend of mine, and he's, you know, the right size and temperament, I guess, to be a burglar.
Yeah,
The fact that he's a hobbit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when we watch Return of the King, where Gandalf goes and he's there at Gondor, and he's having to like alpha Denethor all the time because he's always making all these bad, shitty decisions, and he's having to smack him around with his stick and throw him into fires and stuff, and show him how a responsible adult should be running shit. It's weird that he's doing this heist where he's like, "Oh yeah, I know a hobbit. Well, he'll be our burglar."
Yeah, and
He's like a
and
scamp.
for interesting reasons though. Like right
Yeah.
there, he was just saying like, yeah, dragons, they don't know hobbits.
Yeah.
that's it, right? It's just like, yeah, dragons, they don't know hobbits.
That
They
makes sense to me.
Yeah, all right.
That's reason enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gandalf doesn't even care about it. They can't guarantee their safety. He just wants the money.
Yeah.
This is weird. Gandalf's character is real weird in this.
It's like Ocean's 11, right?
Yeah.
But well, are they're trying to retake it, or just they're trying to retake the whole thing, right? How do they think they're gonna do it?
Don't know. The plan is.
Are they trying to retake the whole mountain? I thought that was just a nice byproduct. I thought that the goal was to get that crazy gem.
Arkenstone.
Yeah, that's right. Need a so that he can be king of the dwarves.
Yeah, like they would like to retake the whole mountain from Smog, but that I don't think that's on the agenda.
Yeah, I don't even get how you fight a dragon.
Apparently, with one well-placed arrow to the belly.
Yeah, it's pretty quick and easy, as it turns out. We'll find out at the beginning of Five Armies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Desolation of Smog doesn't end with Smog getting killed?
You'd think it would. You really think it would?
I would think that it would end with him getting desolated.
So we're still not sure. I think even after watching it, we'll have to discuss whether or not the desolation was the desolation Smog getting desolated or Smog doing the desolating. We'll have to figure that out on our own. I don't know if the movie's clear about it. Oh, there's a thing, Bull Roar.
Mm-hmm.
So be big enough to ride a horse.
Bull Roarer. That's the guy I was talking about. I knew it.
And he apparently knocked the Goblin King's head off.
and sailed 100 yards and went down a rabbit's hole to invent the game of golf.
And they invented the game of golf. Knock it down a gopher hole.
Yeah.
Like in the first Lord of the Rings movie, Gandalf wasn't like irresponsible.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like the sort of hey stupids that he was in all of the rest of the movies, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because when he came back as Gandalf the White, he was really just like sort of just like, oh, you guys are all fucking this up.
Yeah. That's true. It was a change of Gandalf the White.
So maybe Gandalf the Grey was just generally speaking a little bit more incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. Love that Shire leaf.
Mhm.
That's true. Yeah, he was just really into that. Just trying to get his. Oh, another cat. That Lily again.
Yeah, it's Lily. She's the noisy one. Oh, there she goes. No, you can't jump off and then immediately talk again. We're gonna go through this. He's kind of a complicated guy, this dude too. I remember that.
Yeah.
Thor and Oaken Shield.
Nobody understands him but his woman.
Real Shaq.
Shaq. Ah!
So much pipe smoking. Everybody got a pipe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll join in.
They edited out almost all of the music from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I want to say that there's at least one song in each of these movies.
Yeah. I think
Hobbit
so.
movies.
Wait, that what?
There's at least one song in each of the Hobbit movies.
That what?
It's like one
That gets
musical
sung.
number. Yeah.
Oh, musical. Okay.
It's kind of
Okay.
pad the time. Yeah.
Just gotta pad the time. Relax. We're just cruising at Bilbo's
Yeah.
house.
So that's the other thing is that they're going to make 3 movies out of it. They didn't have to be 3-hour long movies. Like,
They
Right.
could
I
have been
think
three
everyone-
90-minute movies.
Yeah, I think everyone would have been fine with that, and it
Yep.
would have made the same amount of money.
It might have made more. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I think it's very tricky for you to get the kind of criticism like, "Hey, your movie wasn't long enough." It's very rare, right?
Yeah.
It's very rare to hear that. Especially once you're over the 90-minute runtime, nobody says that.
Yeah.
I don't know what not the legal, but I don't know what it is for the Oscars.
Right.
Considered not in the short film. I forgot what the time
Yeah.
is.
What? I think it might be an hour or something. But I really don't know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know either.
I threw it
Yeah,
up on my second monitor. So It's not that I just gave up on watching this movie.
Oh. Made it easier on yourself by being able to look at the movie and look at it at the same time.
Yeah.
Respect that. Yeah, and I was watching this too. We'll see it more as the adventure begins and Bilbo leaves the Shire and everything. But there's a lot of being uncomfortable, being outside of his house, out of his home, and wanting to go back, and all those things that I felt a lot in the last couple of months as COVID restrictions have lifted and we've been going out in the world more.
Mhm.
Like, I'm like, I don't know if I really want to go back out and do stuff.
I'm okay with going back out and doing stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, there's so many people out there.
Yeah.
Last week when me and my folks, we picked up dinner from Buca de Beppo,
Right.
and Ward was packed.
Ooh.
Like,
Oh my
I got out
God.
of the car and
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
There's too many of you out here and you're standing way too close together.
Yeah, it's almost like after going through that lull in traffic for a little bit,
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering, I'm like, is this what it was? It this bad before
Yeah.
the pandemic, or has it actually gotten worse?
Well,
Which would be the trend.
You're trying to go through like the westbound traffic, right, to get to work.
Well, I do all kinds of stuff now. Yeah. Why?
Okay.
What's up?
Well, I was just thinking the water main break.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm not even just speaking specifically about like, but for real, like I've been driving around and it's like there are a lot of people, it feels like, out and about, like definitely more than pre-pandemic.
Yeah, I feel like it is, especially when you're talking about traffic being worse. There's a whole part of it of like, I think there's people that haven't been out driving as much
Yeah.
as they used to be. So like they're moving slower and there's more accidents and things happening just because people aren't used to being driving in traffic.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I think that's slowing it down a little bit more than it would have.
But yeah, I've just been astonished by how busy everywhere is.
Yeah.
Like Shay sent me on like a late night like Jack in a Box run. Or no, the other night I went to Taco Bell and it was like it was actually a little I felt like, are we all this desperate for Taco Bell? Like, it's like, is this worth it? They had to send out a dude to walk outside to take everybody's orders.
Wow.
It was so bananas.
That's like lunch rush stuff. Not something you do in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I was just like, wow. But
are you talking about like in the drive-through or in line? Okay.
No, drive-through, yeah.
Because the Taco Bell on Beretania by Picoy,
yeah,
that one has someone out there taking the order like half the time or more than half the time.
Why do you think that's necessary?
I don't know. I think there's something wrong with their like the display maybe of the drive-through.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not they're not trying to double up on how many orders they can intake.
Right.
It's just they keep sending one person to stand outside instead of.
Man, I was hoping they were doubling up on orders,
No, they were taking their Taco Bell time.
Man, it was. I was kind of amazed. Like, I tried to go in the dining room at first, but it was one of those things where like people were still in there, but they had like cut it off already. They're like, no. I know we don't close for another 15, 20 minutes, but we're
the door.
Yeah, the dining room is closed. You will have to drive through the drive-through. So I was just like, all right, I'll get in this stupid line. And it amazed me that there were people even behind me, right? Because I already thought like, oh man, I'm like wrapped around the building, what am I doing here? So, all right, good. He's caught up to the dwarves.
Hey, there he goes. Yeah, so now the adventure's starting. So now we're 45 minutes into the movie.
Is that for real?
Yeah, it's 44 minutes right now.
44 minutes until he finally decides, yes, I'm doing this adventure. When should it happen? Did you say typically?
Like 20 to 24 minutes. So 20
Yeah.
minutes ago, around the
Yeah.
time before the doors were showing up at his house.
It's like literally step 2 in the hero's journey.
Yeah. I think in a regular length movie, I think what would happen is the dwarves would have shown up at his house and then eaten and then had the whole conversation about him coming with them. That all would have happened in the time it took for them to just show up. All of the dwarves to show up at his house.
Yeah.
Like by the
wow.
time they start singing, like they should have already been at this scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and especially because we would have had to watch that whole thing about Lake Town and all that shit.
Right.
So got to include that too.
Yeah,
You know what's funny? You don't know about that Lake Town stuff when you first start reading The Hobbit. They don't tell you all that.
Yeah.
You could just start with the dwarves showing up.
Yeah, that was one of those studio things where like, oh, we have to set up some epicness here with dragon.
They did it well in Lord of the
battle
Rings.
stuff.
In Fellowship it works really well.
Yeah. Definitely it isn't unnecessary here. Yeah, it's that weird tone that keeps changing back and forth where it's supposed to be like a kid's adventure movie or story, but then it's also they need to put all this Lord of the Rings epicness in it to try to make it like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, right.
It's like, hey, we have a dwarf who's snoring so hard that he ingests the moths and spits them back out again. 5 minutes later, here's the severed head of the dwarven king.
Yeah, this guy's father. Like, literally. That crazy shift in tone. Man, I don't want the next 6 hours to be just complaining about CGI, but the fact that they made the main bad guy here is a big CGI, or
right,
being like the guy in
another horrible decision.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, General Grievous. It's like, how else are we gonna make your whirly arms?
But at least with that, he was doing stuff that he had to to be a
right.
CGI,
but this could have definitely been an actor.
Yeah.
Using the same perspective tricks they used in the first movie.
Yeah.
No problem.
Crazy guy.
Proof of concept. We get it. Yeah. He's like, dude, but now he's got something even better than a hand.
Yeah.
Now he's like the Inspector Gadget of death.
Oh man, you are going to be extra psyched to watch Shang-Chi then, Anthony. There's a bad guy in that movie called Razor Fist.
Nice. Yeah, because like some of these bad guys are just like dudes in prosthetics. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't have the ability to do.
Right. They're good at it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
You're right.
The dwarf with a regular nose.
Or did he? No, we lost the iPad.
Oh no. I don't think he'd be trying to smoke a pipe in the rain. uh
Out of gas.
Yes, this definitely threw me off the first time I was watching it. I was like, what is this guy? What is he doing? Why are we watching this? What does this matter at all?
Why is he covered in
get it.
bird shit
Yeah.
constantly? I like. What did they really have to make that? Like, talk about a guy who's not going to get taken seriously.
Yeah.
Like, you can love nature and not be wanting to be covered in poop. Like,
No,
what is that for real? What's going on in his head
Yeah.
right there?
Yeah, that's definitely a bird.
Oh my god, it's so over the top.
Yeah.
If he loves nature, he could definitely find a waterfall or a river or a lake or some shit. You know.
Yeah. And in my effort to try to find positive things to say about this movie, I think that's cool that they decided, you know, we are going to go with the choice to have bird shit just dripping down this guy's face.
Just to show how chill he is with the animals.
Yeah. They said we were crazy to do this, and that's why we're going to do it. I can't think of another movie where that's happened. I think Joe Lewis will be joining us shortly. We're in a weird situation where he is texting me on my phone, but my phone is also the device I'm using to stream the TV. I have to keep walking over to check my texts.
It's all good. Oh, the spiders. Whoa. Yeah.
So I don't.
Ja-
Do they ever say if is that
The other one.
Radagast? Is he a human wizard or is he some kind of hobbit or dwarf?
No, they're like another race, kind of like how Aragorn is something different.
Right.
His race is also something. He's like kind of like also like almost like, I know this sounds weird, but he's like not a god level being, but some kind of weird super being though. He's not a human,
Okay.
and neither is Gandalf technically.
Yeah.
But
Okay. I was trying to
yeah,
figure out because he's small enough where he's got a sled team of rabbits pulling him around, so he can't be
Maybe they're
man-sized.
just very large rabbits.
Yeah, he's really strong rabbits. Have long, strong rabbit legs, unlike the stupid chimpanzees.
this guy is such a bummer. Distrust of elves, more distrust of elves. All right. Okay, wait one sec.
Yeah, so I'm having to use my phone to stream the TV. I was originally using my iPad, but I had it plugged in, but it was draining the battery faster than it could charge it. After about 6 hours, it died on me. So it's recharging.
Who's joining us?
Joe Lewis.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Damn, what time zone is Joe in?
So he's on Eastern time zone. It's a 6 hour difference, but he's a night owl. So
Oh, okay.
good for us. Nice. We'll get into it when he gets on, but he's planning on moving back to Hawaii eventually in the next couple of years, year and a half or so. That'll be good.
That would be super dope. Hopefully,
Yeah.
You'll still be living here when he does.
Yeah.
Because I know you said you're probably going to have to head back to the East Coast for a year or two, right?
Oh yeah, eventually. Then I'm gonna definitely try to avoid doing that until after my wife's done with her schooling, and that's still another 4 or 5 years at least,
Okay.
or 6.
Anthony has activated light.
Ah.
No, it looks like he's only illuminated the monkey. Not himself.
I just want to make sure everyone can see the monkey.
Look at the monkey. The monkey. Speaking
So,
of
yeah.
that, I should probably figure out something for that myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn the lamp on in here. We're running out of sunlight. We've been doing this so long. The sun's already going down. We still have 6.5 hours left, almost 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay. Anthony, for the people at home, the monkey painting behind you, is that a mural or is it like
it's
on a
yeah,
giant
it's like
canvas?
it's not even canvas. It's just like a wall tapestry, just like some kind of like whatever this maybe polyester material is or whatever. But it was like for real. I was wanting to do this like podcast, and no kidding, like in my Facebook feed, they started showing these advertisements like, "Hey, buy some of these backgrounds.
Ah,
They're cheap." And I
right.
was like, "Cool." And so Shay got one, I got a couple,
That's cool.
and yeah, we just layered them on the wall. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
I just, you know what? It's like, look, obviously you just like, if you just have the room behind you, that's fine, right? But
Right.
like, I don't like that green screen shit people use.
It looks weird. It can be very distracting sometimes.
Only because,
Yeah.
where you get to the outlines of
Right.
people, it's very distracting. I just, I don't like, yeah, I don't like that look. So, and I'm like, you know what? Like what I see, like celebrities and like people with like good views, right? They can just show where they are.
Right.
And I'm like, oh no, I did. Please don't look at the rest of this room. There's nothing interesting
Yeah.
in here. So
I'm like, I've got the wooden sliding doors I can use as a background, so no one ever has to see anything in my home.
oh, that's yeah. So I mean, it's kind of what ended up happening to my living room is it ended up being reappropriated to like just whatever kind of podcast production weird stuff I wanted to do. I don't know. It's just
Right.
it's times like this where I wish I had a couch.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of chair have you been sitting in for the last 10 hours?
Hard plastic. What?
Oh no.
But I put a pillow
Right.
underneath my tuchus. So and yeah, so I'm feeling better.
Okay.
But no, it's I do like weird things to try to motivate myself, and sometimes it just ends up making life really uncomfortable. Like I'm not gonna put a couch in here because I don't want to be lounging.
Yeah.
I'm either sleeping or I'm getting it done.
That's right. Can't hustle from the couch.
It's such a stupid idea. It's like, okay, but what up? Like, what you gonna all 16 hours a day you're up? You're gonna just be working flat out? Maybe. I don't know, but maybe some dudes like that. But that was not a good plan for me. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta survive till nighttime or daytime, homie. You do it.
This is another one of those.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, this is one of those little, like, it's a kid's story thing of they're gonna get saved by Gandalf cracking open a stone so the sunlight hits them. But like, if the sun is that high already, like the sun was gonna hit them in like another 15 minutes anyways.
Right.
In terms of stone, so that it was really just a weird thing.
Wait, the sun. I thought the sun does come up and get them. They basically argue till morning time.
Right.
Right.
And then Gandalf shows up and it's like, hey, and he gets their attention and look up at him. He cracks the boulder open behind him, and the sun shines through that.
Oh.
But if you waited another like 15 minutes, the sun would have just rose over the boulder, and that had the same effect.
Did they have 15 minutes though?
I don't know, but I mean, it was gonna happen before they ended up cooking and eating all these dwarves.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Yo, guys, we gotta get back indoors. We're about to die."
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they got. They should get. They gotta get cracking right away.
Yeah.
You know, if you can only be active when there's no visible sun, that's pretty limiting.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that's bright.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Here we go. This is reasonable.
But no, it was just not to go back to the mural. One thing I was thinking about too is like, I was kind of stoked that they had this particular drawing. You know, I just for some reason it's just like, yeah, I like it was like interesting to me, but it was because I guess the one thing I didn't want to do is buy a background and feel like I was in a dorm room.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to look like, oh, I like put on the black light and like, you know what I mean? And listen to
Fuzzy Mushroom.
Yeah. Listen to the Who or something. And I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if the Who's not that psychedelic. Maybe like early Pink Floyd.
Yeah. But it's something like, it looks like art that would be hanging on your wall when people come over. It's not like a dumb thing.
There's no way that would have worked.
What's that?
Like they would not have thrown down their weapons.
Yeah. But it was a
Because
bad decision.
now we all die.
Yeah. What's really weird is that now they tied them all to half of them to the spit that's very high above the flame, so it's going to take them a while to cook. But they also made sure to leave them in their underwear, their over whatever they're called,
Right.
long johns, because we didn't want to see a bunch of naked dwarves, I guess. But they're just making to make cooking harder.
Yeah, exactly. Until that combusts. I mean, you're gonna want to burn that off, actually.
Yeah.
But then you burn that off, you probably burn the ropes that are tying them to. You would have actually
Yeah.
had to just skewer them, which would have been a lot more gruesome.
Right.
That's actually
Yep.
how you cook something over a spit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't tie it with rope that's just gonna burn.
Works.
So I guess that's why they're so high above the flames. Like it's
Yeah.
a low heat. It's a slow cooker method, but like I said, the sun's gonna come up and it's gonna be noon before they're cooked. And then if you're turning them, right, they're gonna cool down as they turn away from the fire. This is a really bad way of cooking these guys. Turns out these trolls are dumb. Trolls are dumb.
Yeah, it turns out trolls are dumb. That's the
These trolls are probably the smartest ones that we've seen in the series.
It's
Because
true.
none of the other ones have even spoken.
Yeah.
dude, they're wearing cooking aprons.
Yeah.
You see, or at least that one guy is.
Yeah, I feel like all the other ones are just kind of mindless animals almost.
Where is it?
Orcs
Where's
with
the
armor on.
apron one? Does his apron turn to stone too?
Probably.
It does though,
There
right?
he
Which
is.
is stupid.
I think that means it's made out of troll skin.
Oh, yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, there used to be a fourth troll.
But look,
Now
see,
there's an
they're,
apron.
they're wearing loincloths, which they definitely wouldn't be doing if they were real
Yeah.
trolls.
Just let it hang out.
Yeah, what do they care? But like I said, that other guy's wearing an apron for like no reason.
Yeah.
Like same thing. Like what is he like? Oh, I don't want to get myself. I want to dirty myself. Yeah, there's all kind of plot holes in this one.
I think the best way to think about the Hobbit versus the Lord of the Rings movies. Lord of the Rings movies are like this epic tale that we might actually be seeing actually happen. The Hobbit is a story he's relating to his nephew,
Right.
Yeah.
who is like maybe a young adult,
Yeah.
So
possibly just like a teenager. So he
I
might
don't
be
know when he's
telling a
ready.
kid's story, and that's why everything in The Hobbit is so dumb.
Mm.
Because it's a story for babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but like,
But then you have the severed heads.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think about like The Princess Bride?
It's fine. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
know,
I don't think
funny.
it's one of the greatest movies of all time, which a lot
Whoa.
of people do.
well, easy there. But all I'm saying is that like, I watched that movie when I was pretty young,
Mhm.
and it was I thought it was like really entertaining. But I've also seen it as an adult, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good movie. I like this.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't talk down to you like you're an idiot.
Right.
Right.
This
And-
movie does sometimes.
And yeah, some of the Billy Crystal jokes, fly over your head when you're a kid, but you're just, it's like there's so much you get most of it.
Yeah. And I think it's even with the really crystal stuff, like they're playing those roles like very broad, and you understand that they're funny even if you don't get the jokes.
Right. Well, like, because even like that whole thing where he goes like, little mutton lettuce and tomato where the mutton's nice and lean. Ooh, they're so perky. It's like it's like all that. I was just like, it's funny on all kinds of levels, right? His delivery is so perfect. That's one of the best characters, Miracle Max. Oh,
I think this movie would have been more fun if it did have like the Princess Bride like story being told to a kid vibe to it, where it's like Bilbo
if they kept
doing some
the
narration.
same story the way that it was in that first like 5 minutes of Bilbo and Frodo, and they used it as a storytelling structure
Right.
instead of barely being an introductory structure.
Yeah. It's just more just to link it to, hey, remember Lord of the Rings? Frodo. You liked Frodo.
You like Frodo?
You like.
We're going to introduce you to Frodo's uncle.
Yeah. Remember him when he was an old man, but now he's young and sexy. Feel like it.
I wonder, like, how much treasure do you think is still out there, man? You think
Like in real life?
Yeah, you think there's still like treasure out there? Or you think a lot of it's been scooped up?
I think the easy to get to stuff has been scooped up.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's definitely true. That definitely seems true. It's like the low hanging fruit is gone. But I kind of wonder, like, has anybody done like a real scans and real, like with the? I'm sure there must be, but it's hard because it's also like speculation money, right? Real expensive equipment and no guarantee of payout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the treasure hunting business.
Yeah, but it's definitely a real thing.
I think
There's
so.
Like Rob Riggle, the comedian, he had a show, I think it was on Discovery or something, where he was traveling on the world trying to solve mysteries in a very funny way. And like one of them was like he's trying to find like this lost treasure of, I think, Christopher Columbus or something.
Whoa, okay.
I think so like at some point like there's a story about them throwing a bunch of treasure off of one of the ships or whatever.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, well, let's see if we can figure out where this place was and see if it's true.
Yeah, and so he went out with like the treasure hunter guys, and like it's not just like dudes with metal detectors. They have like drones and like big like electromagnetic like metal detector things that are super accurate and stuff. So it's gotten very high tech for the people that are doing it. But yeah, it's very expensive, so you have to kind of get to find enough treasure to finance your ability to treasure.
Oh man. I kind of it's getting harder now. They're trying to take away currency.
Yeah.
That's the next thing. You think the government's gonna do Bitcoin? Not Bitcoin, but you think they're gonna do cryptocurrency, or think they're gonna stick to the paper money?
Whatever's the easiest for them to manipulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of people with money. The rich people that pay legislators to make laws, I think probably don't want that. So it's gonna be a while before it actually takes hold. So yeah. Like I don't think we're gonna be doing This is always the way I look at stuff. Is like we're not gonna be doing interstellar travel and still using paper money. We're not gonna be doing interstellar travel and still using fossil fuels, all that kind of stuff. These are all these things we're gonna have to move fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's one of them.
Oh man. Yeah, space travel. Wow, that's gonna be crazy. It's not gonna be too bad once it's already rolling, but like everything else, that's gonna be that like real, like what is it, like the flat part of the flat part of the curve, and then it kind of ramps up, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Once Elon and Jeff feel like it's safe to just head out, then probably in the next like 5 years after that, regular rich people are going to be able to take off.
Yeah.
Wow, they'd have to make it good to not be on Earth. You know, I wonder if space is going to be like, you know how like they used to send bad people to Australia? Maybe we'll send all the bad people to space.
I doubt that.
Be like, hey, welcome to New Australia.
I feel like all the bad people are going to get left behind.
Why give them? You would think that people would want Earth. Why would you want Mars over Earth?
If you can make Mars a hospitable place, the amount of time that it's going to take to do that, Earth's going to be growing increasingly inhospitable.
Yeah. Earth's only going to get worse, and then Mars is only going to get better once we can start like terraforming or whatever.
Okay.
So I can see us sending all our bad people there to like do the colonization work. But then once it's livable over there, then that's when it's going to be like, wait, hold on, I'd rather live there, and I've got the money to do so. It's gonna be
but Earth is definitely going to be the prime spot in our lifetimes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're the really, really rich people are not leaving Earth just yet.
Yeah, no
They're
way.
just making plans to do so.
I'm just saying it's too good here for them right now. It's like, why would you? This is the game that you've invested in and won.
Yeah.
Like you were one of the winners of this system. You know, it's like I would want to stay right here. But
yeah, so right now it's like the best they could do is like it'd be a one-way trip. So you'd have to go to Mars for the rest of your life, and you'd have to live like in like in The Martian, like one of those self-contained shelters, eating potatoes you grow in your own shit kind of thing.
It's got to all be self-contained. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that they're going to want to send like convicts and bad people to be the first colonists. I think that Elon's actually made overtures specifically about indentured servitude
Oh.
to help poor people get off the planet.
Right.
So I think that he's just planning on having Martian slaves.
Nice.
That way he can get his pyramid iPhone.
Maybe
Call
that's
back.
maybe that's the new thing. It's like an ethical slavery. That's a new term.
So
right?
Yeah.
Because we're all a slave to something, huh? So why not something benevolent like Elon Musk? Come on, guys. He makes his own tequila.
Yeah.
I love that tequila is now like a rich person vanity project.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do you have a shit ton of money? Why don't you create your own brand of tequila?
Yeah. Sammy Hagar.
Mm-hmm. He was the first.
Cabo Wabo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Tesla tequila. We got whatever the rocks thing is, Terramana.
Oh yeah, Tila.
Mm-hmm.
Does Tila Tequila have her own tequila? And is she still alive?
Is she still alive? What?
I don't know. Last I remember, Juggalos were throwing their own shit at her.
Yeah.
Wait,
and that was
for real?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
She's dead? That'd be shocking because I felt
she
like
wasn't living a lifestyle that I feel like you can lives very long.
Is she older than me?
Possibly.
If she was, it was like between 2 to 3 years.
I was gonna say I thought I was older than. All right, well we'll see. Nah, you know what? No, I remember her in high school, so she must be like older than me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Born October 24th, 1981.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's a year older than me.
Yeah. She's 40 now.
What? So she's still alive.
Apparently.
Okay, I'd be shocked if she was dead. But I do know what you mean. But I shouldn't say I would be shocked. If they're like, she died of natural causes, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
I mean, some drugs are natural.
Yeah.
No, Tila is not going down for natural causes. All right. Oh yeah.
Also, I just found out even this last week that porn star Dakota Sky died this month or last month. In June.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
man.
it was fairly recent because I remember
Yeah.
seeing R.I.P. Dakota on Twitter for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Some people are just bummed out.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Whoa.
Tila Tequila gave birth to her second child in September 2018.
Oh,
Oh, all right. She's a mommy. Two
yeah.
times.
Right. Settled down.
That was smart. So yeah, that was like a few years ago. Yeah, you gotta,
Yeah.
we can't wait too long on that.
So why does one of these doors have a slingshot when other guys have like swords and stuff?
Because he's quirky. Like that one guy on One Piece who sucks. He also has a slingshot. That's a
It's like saying I don't want to carry a weapon. I just want to.
An
It's the thing of-
affectation.
yeah. Just want to get that laugh. This makes me think of when I was 18, a friend of mine from high school got married. And I
Wow.
went to, when I was in Colorado. He lived in Colorado. So I went to his wedding in Colorado to be one of his groomsmen. And the night before the wedding, we were all hanging out. And we thought, hey, it would be funny if we go, I would like to propose a toast, and then hold up a toaster, and a piece of toast pops out. So we spent like over an hour like toasting in the toaster and like timing it out exactly and how long, like when should we push it down, and then when should somebody stand up and say I want to propose a toast. And we got the timing all figured out, and then went to bed feeling pretty good about ourselves. And then at the wedding reception, we did the whole thing. So instead of saying I would propose it, want to propose a toast, and I pulled the toaster out, and the toast popped up, and it's toast, and everyone laughed. And then we sat back down, and then everyone was still staring at us like, "You gonna do a toast or what?"
and yeah,
And
exactly.
none of us had prepared an actual toast because we just thought the toast thing would have been good enough.
I think that's what I think that was. That was the statement. That is classic, dude.
Yeah. And one of the guys that knew him a lot better than I did said something nice and sweet. But yeah.
Hey, David, can
Nothing
I get a
prepared.
time check?
Yeah, it is. We are at an hour and 22 minutes and 32 seconds right now.
Okay.
All right.
Because my thing froze while I was looking up Tila Tequila, what's going on with her.
Yeah. That's not surprising. Time stops when you do that kind of stuff.
They say that this is kind of like the part of what's like so profitable about franchises and sequels is all the intellectual property that you've already created, like set pieces and artworks and themes and style, it's like it's already there,
Right.
So it's like, here you go, guys. Let's one more Rivendell. Let's do it. Let's get one more shot in there.
Yeah, it's easy. We already have the computer files, all that stuff. So it's gonna load it up. Easy peasy.
It's easy, man. Yeah. Man. No railings. That feels unsafe.
Yeah.
These immortals, man. What are they doing?
Elves have a great sense of balance.
All right.
If you don't, that's on you.
You know what? It's surprising that the elves aren't like liches, where the older they get, the more crazy and obsessed they get about safety.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Like we see Elrond, he's just walking around in like a padded suit and a helmet at all times. Stay back. I want temperature checks for everybody. Oh. Wow, good timing. What a bunch of show-offs.
Yeah.
I mean, they are
Toronto-
elves.
Charades around you
Yeah.
in opposing concentric circles.
Some real shit. Yeah.
All right, everybody, pot of beret. Right, this is choreographed. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think elves really enjoy pomp and circumstance and
They
making a
do.
show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing talking over the offer of dinner? You know that you're going to say yes.
Yeah.
It's dinner.
What dorks.
Yeah. Are elves all vegetarian? I guess so. We wood elves.
Maybe they just made it vegetarian to annoy the dwarves. Like, I could absolutely see that happening.
Yeah. So the dwarf has one of those horns you stick in your ear so that you can hear better,
Yeah.
but then he stuffs a handkerchief in it so that it can muffle the sound, so he can't hear the thing,
Yes.
hear the flute, or he
Yep.
could have just not used his ear horn thing at all.
Yeah, but you know, I think he he
That's
just
no
wants
joke.
it muffled.
Right. Okay.
You know, I
No,
don't know.
I think he wants to make sure that the insult gets across.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Being a little dramatic.
Like he's deliberately being a dick.
I think he was looking up at her when he was doing it. So that makes sense.
Because like you saw the smile after he stuffed the napkin
Yeah.
in there.
Yes.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's like, I know what I said.
I did what I did.
Yep. Sometimes you want to just tell these dwarves to chill. It's like, yo, could you just kiss ass for one day?
Yeah.
Come on. How long do you think we're gonna be here? Just fucking you have no chill about you, dwarf. Man.
And he's like, I understand that you bear an ancient grudge, but they'll help you get what you want.
Right. Help you, help them, help you.
I'm trying to think, it's just like his flaw that his character flaw that he overcomes by the end of the series. I don't know if it really is. I think he's kind of like this the whole way.
No, he's like this the whole way.
Yeah.
I
Never learned the
think the
lesson.
only one that really like comes around on elves is the one that falls in love with what's her name?
Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even in the book, so this is a thing that Peter Jackson made up. So it's not. So I assume in the book, none of the dwarves change at all. Have any
No.
sort of character progression.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Not regarding elves.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Excellent. Oh, whoa.
And a good coincidence that the only day that they can get to the door happens to be very soon.
Right. Right. Because every time it's more like, like when you learn someone's birthday, it's always just passed.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna have to remember what they just told you for an entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how it should have been. It should have been like, oh man, that was like a month and a half ago. Damn. Like we kind of missed it by it wasn't even close, but I mean,
Yeah.
dang, now we got whoa. All right. I guess we'll just cruise.
Yeah. We're just gonna find the place and then hang out for a while.
Yeah. No need to be hasty. Yeah, he's got a white dog too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the strategy of always killing the person in command every time something doesn't go your way is a good long-term strategy.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, most experienced soldier, going to kill you now because you made one error. Like, right?
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
that becomes a thing where the people coming up, the next person is going to be in command of his troops. If they fail, they're going to have to try to find. They have to play things way too safe because they can't afford to fail ever.
That's what I don't know. And your lower ranking troops aren't benefiting from the most amount of experience. You know what I mean? You're constantly having to like replace them with people. It's just.
So I guess there's more upward mobility, I guess, for everybody.
Oh, you know what? That's true. It is a company with a lot of upward mobility. Yeah, for sure. Your predecessors are dying.
But you kind of don't want it. You don't want to be the next one to head on the chopping.
Yeah, it's true.
He's so fat, he made the table fall.
Oh, I guess they are trying to get the mountain back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, it's his Damie. He gets the flutters.
Xavier might be joining us soon.
Oh, okay.
I love that little wince that he has where he hears his boss.
That's so true. He's like, oh. Hey, this is good guys, Saruman.
Yeah, it's weird to watch them.
But
Like, oh, they're supposed to be a good guy.
Yeah, but he still seems kind of evil, right?
Yeah, something sinister about him.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it's Christopher Lee.
I was gonna say, yeah. Sorry, Chris Lee. No.
I mean, you've been Dracula for such a long time.
What do you want to do?
Like, how much in the book was committed to like this sort of side quest stuff that Gandalf does with these other wizards and elves?
I don't remember. I don't remember any of that.
Okay. It's like, I feel like this one and the next one there's a lot of that. Maybe it's the next one, the last one. Yes, yeah.
All right. This is another whole thing. Gandalf and the crew.
Yeah.
Right?
Necromancer.
Yeah, the necromancer. What? Oh my god.
He wants to say hi on the stream.
She's a needy girl.
I know, she takes after me.
So is Radagast the Brown called Radagast the Brown because he's always covered in shit?
Nah, it's because he's always kissing Sauron's ass. They're like, it's right. That's not. Oh man. I get why they look down on him though, because like,
because he's covered in shit.
Yeah, and
yeah.
You know, Gandalf's the most grungy, but he still kind of holds it together a little bit. You know, he cleans up nice.
Yeah, right. He still interacts with people every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, he's not just like a hermit. Yeah. Are you considered a hermit even if you interact with animals? Do you have to be by yourself? I
think you can interact with animals.
Animals is okay. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I think it'd help to have like a dog or something.
Yeah.
Oh, take a look at that.
More Google, but
I don't necessarily think Saruman is good at this point.
Oh yeah. He already got his hooks in. I think it was like slightly behind you.
Oh. Right now I'm at 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 51 seconds. I got an hour and 10 minutes left.
I'm close enough.
Oh yeah, the psychic talking. Were they supposed to stay?
I think that they were expecting them to stay.
Yeah.
I don't think that it was like they were like prisoners.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. On we go. Say, baby, when you and I gonna hook up again? What we doing here? Come on now. that's Gandalf's bigger blood. Come on now. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, see, she calls him Mithrandi. Look at that, man. He's got that halo. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, she just Batmaned him.
So Kate Blanchett's one of those women that doesn't seem to have aged at all.
Yeah, I mean, for
years.
real, right? Yeah, she's been doing, whatever she's doing. Use her skincare
Yeah,
regimen.
like she was getting older for a bit, and then she just like stopped
Yeah,
for the last like 15 maybe
I
years.
think so.
She was, and then she stopped.
Yeah. Like she turned to like a full-grown woman, like a little girl, but like always kind of gives the vibe of like your mom's friend that
Yeah.
never had any kids or anything. Like,
Oh,
like that.
right. That's a good description.
Yeah. Perpetually 39 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Prime time.
Yeah.
she was doing stuff pre-2000, and then like she looked distinctly younger then.
Right.
But somewhere around 2000, like I want to say it was like during this movie is when she stopped aging.
Yeah. It's been the same for the last like 10, 15 years. Okay, everyone, great news. We've got a special guest coming on.
Woo.
Supervisor, comedian, expert at library sciences. It is the wonderful Joe Lewis calling us all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, Cleveland, Ohio. He's in Cleveland.
Wow.
Yes, welcome, Joe Lewis, everyone.
Joe!
Welcome. Hello, Joe.
Hey, I finally arrived.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Joe.
So glad to have you. So we'll do a time check for everyone, for Joe to catch up, and for everyone else. We're at 1 hour and 44 minutes and 50 seconds right now. It's a thunder battle.
Oh, right. Storm Giants.
144. This is part of Unexpected Journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
145.15.
God, I'm turning this sound down.
This is the part where the stone giants are fighting each other.
Yeah. So the other thing, this doesn't really have any effect on the plot, is it?
No,
It's just a
none.
cool thing to see.
Yeah, this part I think is one of the parts that sort of leans into the idea that this is just the story that Frodo is telling,
Right.
or not Frodo, Bilbo.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, we were on a mountain and it turned into a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where were the stone giants during the
You
They're in
would
the
think they
War
would have
for
been
the
on
Ring.
one side or the other.
yeah. And whoever had them would probably win because they're mountains.
Boom, Rock'em Sock'em Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a straight decapitation. It's fatality right there. Yeah, no, you for sure everyone would die if this was happening.
Yeah. Nothing to hold on to. There's no you got 18 inches of footing. Yeah. You slip off immediately and die.
Like right there, people being crushed to death. That should have happened like 10 times already.
Yeah.
What are we at? Like an hour 48?
We're at 147.
147.
4703, 4, 5.
So I can keep the sound down. Oh, I'll tell by what I see.
Fly, you fools. Oh, they caught him. I'm like Gandalf.
Are we getting fireworks already?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so. It's some people are like, well, it's Saturday.
Yeah. It's a weekend.
It's a good enough reason to start popping off some
Yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah, it's like 117 here too, so
Oh,
Hey, what's the rules for fireworks, Joe, in where you're at?
I don't think there are any. Well, no, there definitely are. There
Sounds
is.
good.
I just don't know what they are.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were gonna say, when I say that there's no rules, I mean they're all fucking illegal.
Okay, here's the main thing you know. Are there fireworks stores?
Yes.
Oh, then then you're good, man.
Yeah. They're selling them, then that would be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, anything that you can get in a store is probably legal.
right.
Hmm.
At least in that state.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So-
I just remember going to one party and one of my friends was setting them off, and we were chased by fireworks essentially.
oh, Jesus.
Like there was this spinny wheel one that was supposed to go up, and then it
Right.
turned on its side,
Oh no.
Oh, my
and then I
God.
was like, "Oh no!" and ran.
It's like Prometheus.
Pretty much, and it's like a Looney Tune at that point. You forget that you can go left and right. So
Yeah. It's trying to get away.
I remember one of the last times I had bought any aerials. I had put together my own launch stand made out of other old discarded firework items. And the thing got stuck in one of the launch tubes that I had made.
No.
So it's like sitting in the middle of the driveway, and there's, and then that's the part where it normally takes off,
Right.
but it's just showering the driveway in sparks. I'm just like, oh man, I guess it's just gonna blow up right here, and
guess
then the
it's
thing
just-
falls down, pointed at me,
Oh,
and the sparks are still coming out, and it's slowly dragging the pile towards me. I'm like, oh god.
Did you shield yourself? What did you do?
I ran inside the house and closed the garage door.
Wise choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
You ever do aerials again after that?
It wasn't because I was afraid that I stopped doing aerials after that.
Right.
It's just after that, no one in the family wanted to pay for them anymore, and
Okay.
I didn't have enough of my own money. to
Oh
buy
yeah. Yeah. I was wondering if it's going to be one of those things like Anthony was talking about earlier with
Mhm.
that close call syndrome. Oh yeah, I didn't die right then.
Yeah, I
guess
didn't
fireworks were
die.
safe. This is fine.
I have
Oh
all my
yeah, no. All
fingers.
the times where I didn't die with fireworks, that's never stopped me from playing with fireworks. The only thing that stopped me from playing with fireworks was money.
Because that's
What?
really what it is. You like are lighting money on fire.
Yeah.
hmm
And now that we have some more disposable income, that's illegal to do on our island. So what can we do?
Well, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
illegal then too
Oh really?
when I was
Okay.
doing it. Yeah, it's just my dad had money and he was willing to invest in illegal fireworks.
Yeah. It seems like some places it should be okay and some places it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Waipahu should be a free for all.
Right.
There should be no laws in Waipahu.
It's kind of like that.
Oh my god.
Can we just
We-
have a Thunderdome?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know how their states, the way they attract people to their states, like, come over here. We don't have the same kind of taxes. We have like no state income tax or something, right? They should have a state where its appeal is, hey, we don't have laws.
Or we have dramatically less of them.
Yeah. Thank you. That's probably more reasonable.
Are you describing Texas to me? Is that what you're
Yeah. I think it's that kind of thing.
Maybe Florida.
Maybe Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's parts of Alaska where it's like, yeah, there's no law here. Do what you want.
Essentially, right?
Yeah.
If there's no one there to enforce it, there's no law.
Yeah. Like those like bush people that go out, you just go hike out into the woods, so you find a spot you want to live, and then just build a cabin there.
Oh, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool because it's Alaska.
Yeah. I think it's like if you live there for like 10 or 15 years or something, then it just becomes your property.
Wow. I wish I could do that in Makiki.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, there was a spot where you could just build a log cabin. That's like,
Yeah, I thought about that a lot. Like, how come we don't have more just spaces like that? Places where you could build and do that, but like, now you know what? Someone's got to own it, because if nobody owns it, it always gets messed up.
yeah,
Well, if no one owns it, then someone will own
right.
it.
Yeah, which is good. Oh, there's another one.
Yep.
I think that if you want to have enough public property where like it doesn't matter, it's like everything has to be it. You can't have people that own land at that point.
Oh, right. Yeah. Some of these things are like not compatible, right? You can't have like a blend very well.
Yeah, it sort of has to be all or nothing. It's just a question of what the scale of the all or nothing is. Like, I think that if we said like the Big Island is now a free for all and no one can own property there, it's just what you dwell in. That's up to you. Like, I feel like that wouldn't affect Maui adversely.
The fact that doesn't kill him is amazing. But yeah. Yeah, I wonder. Maybe like the Big Island.
I feel like the Big Island would definitely be the place to do it because there's like new land happening.
Yeah,
every
like
few years.
actual new land, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
Them some big boys.
It's the Goblin King. Look at this guy.
That's a giant baby.
Dude, it's so weird.
Now, is the Goblin King the same species as these goblins? And it's just he became king because he's huge.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Maybe they're kind of like a hive species, and it's just one member of the hive gets bred to be a king.
Right.
You know.
I mean, I hope so, because I don't want to be that one goblin that gets killed. Because I'm like, yo, guys, why is he gotta be the king? And I'm like, well, but why though?
Yeah.
But
You're bigger
why?
doesn't mean to make better
Speak
decisions.
truth to power, and then they go, and then they get you.
Like, Fred has some pretty good infrastructure ideas. He could be king.
Maybe goblins are like lobsters where they can just grow indefinitely.
Ah,
And it's just a matter of whether or not they're getting fed.
Mm.
So the king is the one who's been able to secure himself the most food.
right.
Oh, that's cool. That's an easy way to tell.
Yeah.
That's one greedy goblin, because like historically, goblins are very
Yeah,
small.
exactly. They're known
Mhm.
for their small size.
That Goblin King's been doing some work.
Yeah, the reason why they're probably all small is because the crabs in a bucket thing. Like,
Oh yeah,
they're not
crab
helping
rolls,
each
you know,
other to
crab
eat.
making.
What's
Like,
up
they're
with-
all just fighting over whatever they got.
What is that thing hanging off the front of his face?
I want to say it's a skin beard.
Yeah,
Balls.
it's probably a tumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it should be hair, but it's not.
It looks very fleshy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a ball sack.
That's his testicles.
Again,
What's that
if
thing
I was that
happening-
goblin, I'd be
Hanging
like,
down his face. These nuts.
These nuts. Oh.
fat
Right.
face McScrotum neck.
He's like the uglier cousin of the dude from Mad Max.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's a Balchinian.
Uh-oh, buddy. You fell down the wrong
Gollum.
cave.
Yeah.
Oh no, not him.
Oh.
You look like you about to do weird stuff.
What's crazy is because oh, there he goes.
Yeah, they mention it a couple times in the original series, and you see it just a couple of times. But Gollum, he gets his name because that's that sound he makes, that Gollum sound. They
Yeah.
really hit it hard in this movie.
They really hit that.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I think someone might have like brought it to his attention in later years. So by the time you see him in Fellowship of the Ring, he was already like really self-conscious about
Yeah.
it. So he's trying to cut back. Yes, dang.
Yeah, I don't know if we missed it or not, but there's that point where he cuts somebody with that sword and it stings him and goes, "Oh, sting!" In that stupid prequel way of
Oh yeah.
establishing why the sword is named Sting.
No, are you traveling by yourself? So you'll be solo. Like
I saw
that's what it was, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or am I misremembering?
yeah.
No,
It's like,
I
who
saw-
are your people? I'm alone. I think somebody would have said something like that. But yeah,
I thought you were making a joke. That's even worse.
No, that's
no,
that's from the movie.
yeah.
Oh,
The-
writers.
The title scene,
better.
it's like the eponymous scene of the movie.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
As soon as that scene comes on, I'll just throw a remote at the TV. It's like, no, I refuse.
That's how we know that guy died. Sword
Yeah.
got extinguished.
I love that Gollum like finds a dude and he's like, "Oh, all right, sweet, I'm gonna eat this dude," and he starts dragging him, and the guy's like, "I'm still awake, don't eat me." So he just beats him unconscious with a rock, and he drags him off. We think like, oh, he killed that guy. He's gonna eat him now.
Yeah.
So he goes and he drags him to like his favorite rock or whatever, and he then proceeds to keep beating him with the rock.
Till he's dead. So he's just not eating him alive. That was
Mhm.
also that was an option.
It's just it's the rock where dead horses go. To be
Mhm. Sometimes you just need to keep beating them.
Yeah.
That Hobbit doesn't know how to fight. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. He knows Krav Maga.
Hobbit, Shire. I know he says Shire Baggins.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Oh yeah, he used to be a Hobbit too, right?
Yeah, but then he
Or
but
like
he
a
close to
proto
it.
Hobbit.
Yeah.
he gives him up though, man. He gives up Bilbo, right? Like later on when he gets questioned, they're like, "Yo, where'd the ring go?" And they're like, he's like, "I don't know, this dude. He robbed me. This crazy dude robbed me." And then
They're
they
like, tell us what you know.
Tell us what you
20 years
know.
of tortures later, he's
yeah,
just like, Shire
Shire
Baggins.
Baggins.
So then Nazgul start rolling around for a year or two,
Yeah,
just like rolling up on every town. Shire Baggins? No? All right,
yep.
moving on. We love games.
It's like, yo, dog, I just watched you murder and then start to eat a dude. I don't know if I want to be playing games here, bro.
My favorite games include Letting Me Live and Go Home.
Oh man, that game sounds so good.
Preferably the home version
Mm-hmm.
where I go home. Like definitively.
Oh man.
Not the improv version where it can be done anywhere.
You know what else is a super sweet game? Hide and Leave Me Alone.
That's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you go first.
How do we play? Well, first you hide, then you leave me alone.
In that order.
Mm-hmm.
My personal favorite, Take Me to the Exit. It's a fun game where we navigate a maze.
Take me to the exit.
I like that game. That sounds like a fun game, Joe.
Oh.
It's like it's so fun. All you have to do is just remember how to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So there, he said it. He said the precious.
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Yay!
Oh, wait, that's the Pee Wee Herman rule. Whenever he says the thing, we'll have to scream like crazy.
Yeah. Ah.
It's the word of the day.
Yeah, he said it's the word of the day. Precious is the word of the day.
Ah.
Ah!
Ah.
I should have prepared an animation. Next time.
I'll animate like my my furniture to scream with us. It'll be great.
Yeah,
They'll scream not because of the secret word, but because they are burdened with the gift of life.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Because
curse.
they're
I meant curse. The curse. of life.
Consciousness.
I give you the gift of life, but not the gift of purpose or agency.
Why would you give me feelings?
Why would you do this? The couch is just screaming at you. I know what your ass feels like and smells like and tastes like.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, why do I have a sense of smell? Why would you give me this master?
You're a dick.
Oh man.
I don't understand why y'all don't hate y'all God.
Yeah.
Because that's a,
Oh man.
oh no. You bring your computer to life, it just like judges you.
I kind of
It knows.
I kind of like the old school gods though, because like now people have gods. It's like I like this god because he's the nicest to me, right? But
Yeah.
old school gods like Crom, you know, where you just have to be strong, right? And
Yeah.
then battle other gods, right? That's what it took. People weren't like, oh, you know, I prayed to that I'd get that promotion, and I got that promotion. You know, it's like Crom doesn't give a shit about your promotion.
Yeah.
How much blood of your enemies did you drink?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Well, that's why you didn't get the promotion.
Yeah, exactly.
On Crom's will.
Yeah. But here's the thing: you drink the blood of your enemies, what happens? Crom is pleased. That's it.
Do I get anything?
I'm pleased.
Do I get like
Maybe you
a
do,
hug in the
maybe you
mail or
don't.
something?
Crom's
But you
pleased.
definitely wouldn't get shit if he was displeased.
Yeah.
Oh, so we learned that Gollum's grandmother taught him to suck eggs. So we
What?
think-
Wait, for real?
Yeah. So the answer to the riddle was eggs. And he's like, oh, yes, grandmother taught us to suck them. Well,
Oh, right.
Oh, so I always wondered what the root of that Ren and Stimpy line was.
suck an egg. It's a thing that you
Teach your
do.
grandmother to suck eggs.
That must have been a thing. You know?
Yeah,
I think it's when you just like crack a hole in the top and then just bang it right there. You don't cook it, you just pop it and suck it down.
Yeah. Like a lot of times people will blow the egg out, all the egg stuff out of the egg so they can just have the shell. But there's
Yeah,
no
I
reason
think
you
I'm-
can't suck it. You can just
Yeah.
suck the goo right into your
Exactly.
down your
I
throat.
think I just realized, at least for Ren and Stimpy, what I taught your grandmother to suck eggs referenced, and maybe all of you knew. And I just took a while to realize it, but I'm fairly sure that this dude was singing about your mother sucking his balls.
That makes more sense.
It is just dawning upon me, and all upon the ripe year, the 34th year of my making around the sun, that many times I've realized that they were talking about sucking it.
Yeah. It makes more sense in Spanish. If you watched Mexican Nickelodeon, you would have got it immediately.
They just give the whole game away. It's cool. You're like, oh, ooh, oh.
Okay, so Bilbo wins the riddle battle by
Yeah.
asking his final riddle, which is "What's in my pocket?" Which isn't even a riddle;
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's a question because he says, "Ask me a question." Like it's not a fair way to win a riddle battle.
Yeah. Hey, answer this question that you couldn't possibly know the answer
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, they should bring that up in Middle Earth Court. That's where the real battle for the ring.
Yeah,
The custody battle for the ring.
The custody battle.
yeah. Because I mean, Gollum is the legal owner of that ring. He did find it, right?
Yeah, he did murder his brother.
Right?
to
No,
get
he
it.
murdered
Yeah.
his brother to get it. His brother found it.
So that gives him the claim.
Yeah.
He's been living that ring life for a long time.
Very.
This cave reminds me a lot of the one that Snake fought the pain in The Man Made of Bees during Operation Snake Eater.
Oh,
I remember that, boss.
I think it was the pain.
Yeah, the guy that attacked you with bees. The guy
Yeah.
that was like, out of all of the menagerie of villains you face in all of Metal Gear,
Yeah.
he's the one that made me go, huh, B-Man?
Yeah.
I mean, I like Mega Man as much as the next man, but it feels like he'd be more in place there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because that's like everybody else is like a soldier and all of their things have something to do with that kind of combat battle kind of stuff. Like bees, it's not really a thing you think of. People go into combat.
Like there's a super old sniper.
Yeah, there's a sniper, a camouflage guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got you got the dude with the flamethrower.
Yeah, he's an astronaut, but I mean, it's still halfway there.
Yeah, he's nutty.
Yeah,
He's nutty.
You got Revolver Ocelot.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only one that people remember is really
Yeah, he
Is
spends
Revolver
like
Ocelot
5 minutes
and,
spinning his gun.
Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Madness.
Yeah.
But where you got to switch the control.
Yeah. Also, does anyone? I want to find somebody who never knew that, and how did they beat Psycho Mantis? Like, is there a way to figure out how to? Because if you didn't know that going into the fight, how are you supposed to figure that out? And if you don't figure that out, can you beat Psycho Mantis?
I think before FAQs and stuff online,
Yeah.
there was a certain piece of information you couldn't even get without having the box.
Yeah, it was on the back of the box. Yeah.
Wait, was that how you found out?
There was a codec thing.
Yeah, it was a codec for I think Meryl.
It was for a different part of the game.
Okay, I found out from Anthony.
Yeah, I just found out from my friend who had played before. So I don't know what you were supposed
But
to do.
yeah,
if you didn't have
but
that
you're
resource.
right. I don't know. Because I like everybody else did the second controller thing.
Yeah.
Or second port, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be one of those things you keep calling the kernel. He eventually tells you, it gives you enough clues where you can figure it out. I hope.
What was the
How did
name
you
of
know how to do that, Anthony?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know how I knew to do that. You know what? I almost want to say that if you play the level long enough, failing,
Right.
they will continually hint toward it. Or it's either that or this guy I ran cross country with named Gaston.
Yeah, it seems like the most likely thing is that we just all heard it from someone else, but somebody
totally.
knew it originally.
Yeah, that guy was obsessed. I saw this, like, I don't know if it was like Hard Times or like one of those articles, but it's like man keeps multi-port so he can play Twisted Metal Black. I was
if he finds 3 other people who want to play.
who want to play Twisted Metal Black. I was just like, oh man, I've been that guy. I've been that guy at one point where I kept stuff like that where I'm like, oh, what if I want to play 4-player split screen?
It's why I have so many N64 controllers, despite
Nice.
not having plugged in an N64 for years.
Do you even have a TV that it'll work with?
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe. I think some of the newer ones actually have the the cable input.
Oh, okay.
The coaxial cable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it'll work in that.
Ooh, I think I have food on foot. Hold on.
The same thing happens again. The ring is 2 for 2 on falling accidentally on Hobbit's hands while they reach up toward it.
Which, I mean, if I try to do that with my ring right now, I feel like it would take me, if I just did it nonstop, it would take me like 3 years just to have it work.
We could get the dude perfect guys and they'll never be able to. Like that's what they do, is ridiculous things like that. But it's like, all right, here's the thing. You're going to fall back, throw this up into the air and catch it on your finger.
Yeah. Have it slide right into your finger. I guess it has to be that thing where, like, because we saw it shrink when they in the ring. Got it. So if it starts big, then it's probably easier.
Yeah,
it would definitely be easier. Yeah.
So definitely try it with a ring that's like at least a size or 2 bigger.
Yeah.
Than your finger. But it can't be too big because that's not fair, because that's not what happens.
Right.
In the movie, it's not some giant hula hoop landing around your wrist. But right, it's like apparently it happened to Bilbo, and then 60 years later it happened to Frodo.
Yeah. I assume it's a magic thing. It's the ring itself willing itself to be.
Yeah, but it likes to sneak its way onto your appendages. It's like, I know you didn't actually put me on, but too bad.
No. Chad's got his cam girl lighting going.
Yeah.
Yes, it's official. We had the stream go for the entirety of the daylight hours of the day.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I guess the sun came up before we started, but as much as we could. There's not going to be any more daylight today.
Yep.
Used it all.
I got the LED set up on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, that looks nice. Does it change colors or is it just the one?
Yeah, sure. Give me a
Back up.
color.
No, let's go blue. Nice.
Yeah, Anthony, name a color.
Purple. Cool.
Yeah, this one's more purpley.
Yeah. It's like a cootie catcher, right? So we say the color and then you do the thing, you cycle through the colors, and then we'll give you a number. And then you do it again, and then you'll tell our fortune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'll tell you that you're going to be married in a mansion. Yeah, it's kind of distracting. I'm just going to go back to pink.
All right, more.
Oh, and I can even turn the light up and down.
Oh, nice. So I assume you won't sleep with that on. Would you
No,
turn it all the
no.
way down? Yeah. So in Jason X, there's a part where Jason is gonna kill like one of the badass soldier guys. And he like stabs him once, and the guy's like, "What, you think a tickle in the ribs like that's gonna stop me?" And then he like cuts his head off or something. And the guy goes, "Oh, that'll do it." And then the Goblin King just did that. So that's what I think of whenever I see that.
Whoa! All right. Hey, that was actually pretty funny.
I think you're slightly ahead of us on the screen.
Oh, so I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I was like,
Why do you think that's funny? I don't. Oh,
They got me with that one.
right.
I feel like that's Gandalf's solution to everything. Is just light.
Yeah. You know, if it works.
Come on, buddy, they're leaving without you.
Whoa, I pardon you. Yeah, he could have became the invisible psycho murderer.
Every time he puts that ring on it, like it alerts the ring wraiths to his position, right? Is that still part of the lore? So does that at least wake them up? Like, hey, somebody put the ring on. It's been 100 years or
It
whatever.
must be, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mention this when we are doing the Lord of the Rings movies, but did you guys ever watch Lord of the G Strings?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a softcore porn parody of Lord of the Rings that came out in the early 2000s. It was I got a copy of it at Best Buy. They used to sell
Yes.
at
At
Best Buy.
Buy. Wow.
There was a period where I was buying trauma movies and also these weird soft porn parody movies. So they also had Playmate of the Apes. They're all starring Misty Monday, who was doing those back in the day.
That was her jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's not. It can't be. It's not actually a porn if I'm buying it at Best Buy, right? So I guess
So what were like? Did they keep the story?
not really. It's more like
It really is about some lord of G strings.
it's like she was a hobbit. Because I looked it up last week. I'm like, hey, let me watch this and try to figure it out. But like, there's just too much porn in there. I'm like, I can't.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too much porn.
Yeah. So like, there's a wizard, and she's not a hobbit. I think she's a throbbit or something.
Hobbit.
Yeah. It's a lot of bad jokes and puns and things.
Right.
People in rubber masks, and then women taking their tops off, kind of thing, and rubbing on each other. Okay, I get it. Oof.
So it really they really didn't need. They just are really trying to play off that name. And
Yeah.
anybody who might like to see some people bang in costume.
Yeah. That's basically how it was.
Wow. Okay.
It was a nice little nostalgia watch. Yeah. Definitely something that exists on X Hamster if you want to go look it up.
Lord of the G string.
Yeah.
Sometimes those porn parodies, like you can see like there's a lot of effort put in
Right.
because someone like a director or something really loved the source material. And there's other ones where it's just they just have a name.
Right.
It's like it's interesting when these franchises get big though. You see that they'll skin a board game with a popular franchise. They'll put it on some food product, whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Anything to make a buck.
Yeah.
Although that kind of stuff sometimes can work. I went to the Hilton in Vegas at one point just because they had the Star Trek experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And it was great. They made a Quarks, the bar from Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
they made that. So like, of course I'm going to pay overpriced money for Romulan ale and all on Next Generation, Klingon food was very prominently featured. So you're seeing all these Klingon dishes and Cardassian dishes and Bajoran dishes, and it was it's all just hamburgers and stuff. But that's the thing, you just call a hamburger like a Bajoran, I don't know, meat cake or something, and all of a sudden people are like, oh shit, oh man, I'll pay $30 for Bajoran food. And you're not actually buying Bajoran food. This is Romulan ale is just beer dyed blue. It's like there's not. So it was, but I had fun. I had a blast, man. I just thought that was great.
Yeah, I do want to go to the Star Wars land. at Disney World, whatever it's called, the Star Wars.
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's that's at Disney World.
Yeah, I think, or Disneyland. I don't know.
I think it's at Land. I'm not sure.
Is it a separate? It's within the park, right? It's not like it's not like California Adventure or Epcot or something.
No,
it's a
yeah,
whole separate thing.
Yeah, no, it's within the park. But I think you get in there like 4 hours at a time or something. Or at least maybe that was just when it opened. I don't know.
What? Wow, that sounds exclusive. People must love this shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the made up planet they made for it is Batu, which I think is very funny.
Well, they have Galaxy's Edge at both Disneyland and Disney World.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, all right. The Magic Kingdom. Yeah. Oh, it's about to happen.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yes, it's kind of weird.
And Avengers Campus is only in California for now.
Okay.
They're currently developing it for Paris and Hong Kong.
Huh.
You know what's funny? I thought like the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower of Terror was going to be clearly superior to some weird Twilight Zone thing. Actually wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked all
Classic was better.
Yeah,
Really?
it really was for that particular ride. Yes. Obviously,
That makes sense.
yeah, all the things they did were nice and very well polished and good, but the Tower of Terror just made more sense. I don't know. I don't even know what was happening when we were rocketing up and down. I kind of don't remember why we even had to do that, but I just, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, was there a lot more like LCD screens showing stuff instead of animatronics? I feel like that's a bigger thing now.
Oh yeah, that is a bigger thing now.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that is a bummer. Because you're right, that is what was sort of immersive about like something like the Pirates of the Caribbean, or especially things like Jungle Cruise and Haunted Mansion. You know, it was the immersion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're going past what you can tell is definitely just a TV screen and a rock. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. You know what? I would tolerate that kind of stuff in Tomorrowland more.
Mhm.
So if they wanted to do that, that'd be cool. But I think that, creating an actual physical place that was like a fantasy world, I think was Disney's specialty.
Yeah.
You felt like you were in a place, and yeah, even when you weren't on a ride, right? The whole idea was to feel like you're in this place. So, oh, that's pretty. Wow, it's some good grip strength, Gandalf.
Yeah.
Like,
he knows his Hobbit weed pipe is in the end of that staff. He can't let it go.
yeah, man. You got to find the reasons to stay motivated. Stay motivated. I'll fight you.
Yeah, it's just so weird to see these big hero moments like from the Dwarf King, because like he doesn't look that cool because he's a dwarf.
Right.
I don't know. I think he looks cool. It's just not when he stands next to normal sized people.
He got his little gimmicky shield.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tree bark. There's no way that would work against metal weapons. That would bad idea.
I mean, it worked against them before.
Yeah.
but it would actually just get hacked to bits.
Yeah, it really should not work.
Wooden shield is like tier 1 weaponry.
Yeah.
Use against, you don't use that against bosses. Yeah, guys, you don't use a piece of bark as a shield against a boss.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, yeah, it looks like he's just full on dying.
Yeah. You figure out like a wolf or a warg that size should be able to crunch down and kill a dwarf pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, chomp
Easy.
chomp.
Yeah.
No armor? I mean, or maybe what was that? Maybe leather armor? I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely. I think it's just like a chest piece. I don't think in his back it probably would have punctured his back.
Oh, looks like he's got some chain, kind of like some plate mail or something.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Not plate, but what is that? Scale mail?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Chad, what's that on your saving throw? What do you get on a scale mail?
Steel mail, I want to say, is the highest level of medium armor that you can get without negatives.
Yeah.
Like, I want to say that it's AC 15.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Not 100% sure. Give me a sec.
No, but hey, that's yeah. Like, I'll take that. That's
Yeah. Also, anyone watching, if you want to see more of Anthony and Chad getting real deep into like nerd stuff, you guys do host a podcast. Called,
oh yeah,
Richard Island.
yeah.
Ranking every Magic card ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a one big dick joke from start to finish. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna. Yeah, I guess it is a pretty big dick that we are joking about. It's not our dicks, but it is one that was featured prominently on a Magic card. So that's good. You know, I was thinking about going through the history of phalluses that have made their way to Magic cards. That'd be a pretty good.
Yeah. I can think of only, what was it? There's I'm thinking of Little Mermaid.
Maybe for like Valentine's Day, we'll do a whole
Yeah.
thing where I just go over the sexiest Magic cards in history.
No,
The best
scale mail actually
card.
does give you disadvantage on stealth. But it's
That makes
a
sense.
14 AC, but it is medium, so you can add on your dex modifier up to 2.
Oh, I was gonna say no dex modifier, but nice.
Yeah.
All right, get you
Heavy
some
armor
scale.
is the one where it's
Yeah.
like no dex modifier whatsoever.
Yeah, it's fine for certain characters. You know, they
Mhm.
weren't gonna get that bonus anyway.
Yeah, I think that clerics can choose to start with skill mill.
Ah.
I think you know how everyone always bitches like the Eagles weren't there to take Frodo to Mordor,
Right.
right? I think the Eagles are like, hey, we do plenty. Okay, we do plenty.
Yeah.
We're not the world's airlines here. Okay, we do a lot.
They have their own stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely had that feeling when I was watching this movie the first time of like, essentially every time they get into any bad situation with the Goblin King or those trolls, or even now with these guys, like Gandalf just shows up and then saves them.
Well, that was just right there.
Yeah.
That was like 100% luck,
Right.
right? Like,
No, he called the Eagles a while ago.
Oh, okay.
but I mean, like, you know, they should be dead.
Mm-hmm.
They're on like a flaming tree hanging off a cliff.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
I mean, it's like there's 12 dwarves, and we can only name one. So like, if we had lost
No, I
a few
can
in
name
that
more
battle,
than that. There's Oin and Gloin and Feely and Keely, and that's all I remember.
see, so we can name a third of them. So if we had lost half of them, it really would have given some stakes to this
Yeah.
story.
Keely and
And then,
Keely are the ones who I remember what they look like. but Oin and Glowing, for some reason, that sticks out in my head.
Yeah.
I don't
Did
know what
Oin
they
and
look like,
Glowing.
but I remember those names.
It's got the word loin in there, and
Barry and Larry.
loins always make Chad's ears pop up.
You know what's funny? It'd be great if like Sauron could recruit some like evil eagles, and
Yeah.
every now and then they just trick the good guys into thinking they're on their team. Like, oh, the eagles are here to save us, and then when they get high up in the sky, they just dump them off.
You got, like,
Evil
mountain
eagle.
goats.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
would like to see is like, oh, the eagles are here to save us, so they're standing like, come and grab me, eagle, and the eagle just goes up to them, just bites their head off.
Yeah, just in the first pass. That's some bite strength right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder how good eagles are at like picking stuff up without just puncturing it with their claws.
Right. Like a light touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're probably used to just gripping things with their claws instead of trying to scoop them up inside of their talons. Their instinct is to just puncture their little dwarf bodies.
What a buzzkill.
Yeah. It's like we really thought that he learned a lesson here about trusting
Just wait for it.
Bilbo. Yeah. This is always a
Oh, okay.
nobody likes seeing that in a movie, I think.
Psych. Thanks, bro.
Can't just offer a normal apology. You have to be
Yeah.
all dramatic.
Goodbye, eagles. Too bad he didn't take us all the way to the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah. They left him on top of a very steep rock formation. Like, how are they supposed to get down from there?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Carefully. I believe
It's
the
the
answer.
Great Valley. Yeah, so you think he's going to be cool from this point on, but he's not.
Yeah.
He learns his lesson for about like 2 seconds. He's back to being a grouch. Gets that gold fever.
Yeah, so I never read the book, and I have very, very few memories of ever watching the cartoons for The Hobbit. Like, I felt like Smaug was like the main bad guy of the whole thing. The fact that we only see him for 3 seconds here at the end of this movie, and then a couple minutes at the beginning of the third movie. It feels weird.
I mean, he wasn't like throughout the entire book.
Oh, okay.
He was just the main bad guy because he was the actual bad guy.
Right. Oh, I was thinking maybe like a final boss kind of thing.
It's kind of interesting though too, because it's more like he's such a formidable opponent, right?
Yeah.
That like he takes so much out of everybody that then when the orcs decide to attack, that's why you have that whole giganto battle, right?
Right.
Because it's like, yeah. So it was kind of weird. Says he was definitely the biggest boss, but he's not the final boss, oddly enough.
Right. So weird. Okay. Everyone,
talk
that
about-
has been the first Hobbit movie, An Unexpected Journey.
Woo!
Thank you all for watching along.
That wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
It was fine. It was just
Yeah, like all of them.
longer than I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I could feel that the whole time.
Continuing to watch long movies. We will be back in just a few minutes to watch the Desolation of Smaug. We'll
Yeah.
figure out whose
Oh,
desolation it is.
Smaug.
We'll be right back. Thank you all so much for watching and donating and everything. And thank you, Joe, for joining us. Joe,
Thanks, Joe. Are you going to be
Hey.
here for the next one too?
For a portion of it, as it
Yeah.
is 2 a.m.
Understand.
Yeah, it's too late for you to go to the club, so you might as well stand. All right, everybody, we'll be right back.